Warner Bros. Dropped substantial news on the expansion pass for Shadow of War, with the first of the 4 DLC pieces already coming out really soon. So let's unpack this news in this video. If you like that, then a like would be super appreciated, and let's go. We already knew that 2 tribes and 2 story expansions would be added to the game after launch. The expansion pass that is $40 is already up for sale and offers everything that will be added to Shadow of War in the coming 6 to 7 months. Let's start with the first new tribe that will be added in November, called the Outlaw Tribe. As we see in the trailer, these guys are some butcher-like enemies full of blood, potentially fast enemies as well. Their fortresses have pieces of enemies on the wall, so that's a nice touch. And as we come to expect from this expansion, it brings new missions, epic and legendary orcs, tribal showdowns, and fierce battles. By just being added to your Nemesis system, they have their own fortress and a unique throne room, of course, and also a new legendary set to hunt down. And an interesting touch on this tribe is that they're very capable of ambushing players at any point. So more ambushes from the Slaughter tribe once it hits in November. And yes, November for the first DLC means that the Endless Shadow Wars free DLC, where we can endlessly defend our fortresses against forces of Sauron, will be added in November as well. As I noted in my video where I told you about this free DLC, it will launch alongside the first paid DLC, and now we know that the Slaughter Tribe is coming in November, so we know that the first free DLC will also be in November. Good stuff. So when in November is not really clear, but I expect it pretty soon, like in the second week, because we also got another tribe in December, and they of course want to launch that before Christmas, I would imagine. These guys also want the holidays, so I think we can expect the first DLC pretty soon. Anyway, the Outlaw Tribe, those are outcast orcs that have this powerful throwable mace weapon. I really like the armor from this guy, so just like with the Slaughter Tribe, they will be integrated in the Nemesis system once they become available, meaning that we can encounter them, hunt them down for their new legendary set, and of course check out their new fortress. Seems like they got some red banners on their wall, and as a red fan myself, I can only applaud that. Then in February 2017, we got more substantial DLC in the Blade of Galadriel, where we play Eltariel and go and find some new Nazguls, one of my favorite parts of Shadow of War. Eltariel should play differently, as we can use her dual elven blades and use the Light of Galadriel with new combat abilities, skills and gear as well, so yes please. Looks like she got some new elven rage ability as well. The info notes that there will be new memorable Nemesis characters such as Flint and Tinder. So maybe your date from Tinder, I don't know. And the Slayer of the Dead. Also means that there will be 8 new unique legendary orcs that can return to your forces in the main story campaign with new abilities. And we can also unlock the Eltariel character skin for the main story campaign. Sounds awesome. Hopefully we get more skins, just like in Shadow of Mordor. Speaking of more skins, in the last expansion we also get a new skin. This is the Desolation of Mordor expansion pack that will launch in May 2018. Here we play as Baranor and we will command the forces of man against a new orc threat to the east. This part sounds really awesome. We will unite Tovin, the Dwarven Hunter, to craft a powerful new combat gear, including the shield, gauntlet, chain and glider. Chain, something like the Terror chain from the Terror tribe, and glider, will we be able to glide? I'm totally down for that. There will be a new desert region in this expansion called Litlat, where we can create a human army to survive in Mordor. We will not have the power of the ring in this expansion, so there will be a sort of rogue-like campaign mode where we will probably play as a new human every time we die. That's at least my take on a new rogue-like campaign mode where we will not have the power of the ring. But of course nothing is confirmed regarding this yet. So just like in the Blades of Galadriel expansion, we will get the skin from Baranor in our main game. So yeah, a pretty big expansion pass from the looks of it, but we can of course expect that for $40. That's the price of this expansion pass. Also the first tribe is already coming really soon, but it's fun that even if you have not finished the game or are not far at all, you can still enjoy this tribe, since they will just be mixed into your Nemesis system. What is interesting is that Warner already said that they wanted to support the game for at least a year and a half, so will we see a new expansion pass or content after May? I mean, that will be interesting, right? I also think that we will get some free DLC in between or alongside these paid DLC releases as well. It's clear that the developer wants to keep everyone entertained for at least half a year, and I'm totally fine with that, since I'm far from done with Shadow of War. Let me know what you think of the expansion pass info in the comments down below. Of course, subscribe for way more Shadow of War content. When the DLC hits, I will be all over it. And check out my Shadow of War videos that are on the channel right now, like my Frost Lord endgame builds and my pro tips to help you in the game. Thanks a lot for watching, I will speak to you next time, and goodbye.